What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Other Side of the Firewall podcast, where we talk about the latest and greatest of cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams, and as always, I'm joined by Shannon Tynes.
What's up? What's up?
And Levon Maynard.
Hey, welcome to the show.
What is going on? So welcome to Friday's episode. So this is we call this the weekly rundown. So we talk about everything but cybersecurity. So movies, games, books, TV shows, all that good stuff. But definitely go back and check out Monday and Tuesday's episodes. Those are our topics, as well as Wednesday. So this week we had domain shadowing becoming more popular among cyber criminals. That was Monday's topic. On Tuesday, we discussed how hackers paralyzed the 911 operations of Suffolk County, New York. So that was pretty crazy. And then on Wednesday's discussion, we went over a survey, how 90% of orgs believe cybersecurity risk isn't being addressed. We put our thoughts out there as well. So definitely tune into all of those episodes, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Please leave us comments. We really do like those, and we like to respond to those as well. But we'll jump right into this one. So how was everybody's week?
My week was pretty good. I was going to say I had a bunch of content I watched over the last couple of weeks. I know I missed out maybe a couple episodes here, last couple of weeks of our episodes, and I have a list of stuff that I put down for a couple weeks back. But yeah, because I took some trips. I had a chance to watch some shows while I was on the plane and watch some movies here and there. Maybe one of the highlights I got to see was I checked out the Woman King. I saw that in the theaters. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah,
that was a pretty dope. It's good to see some African themed movies. You don't really see those ever. Like besides, I think the last one was like Coming to America or something.
Right.
Or Black Panther, maybe, I don't know. But
yeah. So in my theater, they played the Wakanda Forever trailer before the movie started. I was like, okay.
Oh, nice. I got there a little bit late. I missed some of the opening credits or the trailers and stuff, but I can't tell you if they showed it on mine. But yeah, I enjoyed it nonetheless. It was good. It was a good movie. It's pretty impactful, like kind of kind of an empowering type movie. But I enjoyed it. It had some good action scenes. I think pretty good story. Yeah. So I watched some of that. I've been keeping up with She-Hulk on Disney Plus. Been enjoying that. I like their I don't know. It's not all focused on action and I guess fighting and stuff like that. I know Shannon's probably like, man, I'm not sure if I like this that much.
You know me, Levon. You know me.
It's more of a I don't know, it's more of a fun show, I think. I like how she breaks the fourth wall, whatever. And she's like, talking to the audience, all this kind of stuff. Like, I like that stuff. I think it's a fun show. It doesn't have to be like all like killing and punching through people's skull and all this kind of stuff. What do you say, Shannon?
But here's the thing though. So like up until the last 2 weeks though, they had that good balance. Like I don't mind the fourth wall breaking if it's not in excess, right? And the movie I always bring up is Deadpool 2. Like it was too much for me in Deadpool 2. But like it's just been the last 2 weeks, right? And like I'm willing to give you a pass for a little bit. And even, I mean, not to spoil or anything, but because she fourth wall breaks, she even mentioned in the beginning of this episode, like, hey, this probably ain't going to be it. This probably ain't going to be a good one. She didn't say it like that, but like, alluded to the fact that, yeah, this is kind of inconvenient, but
this is not like a regular episode. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, man, you know what I mean? Like, but here's the thing. It had more action by like one scene than the previous week, but I still like the previous week better that had no action. Just kind of did, but
yeah.
But go ahead, Levon. Go ahead, man. Continue.
No, yeah. It's I'm glad to hear your opinion on this one. But
you knew it before I said it.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah. Like
I just wanted to hear it. I just wanted to hear it. That's all I want. I was like hearing it. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I figured that you might feel that way, but it's it's a little different. I think it's fun. It's got some good comedic elements in it, and they put like a little teaser. I think it was the end of the prior episode. At the end of the episode, it showed like something in a like a hat box or something like that.
Yeah.
So if you've seen that, you know what that's all about. But and I'm looking forward to that. That's been a long time coming. What else? So I got caught up on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. They have that on Netflix, the most recent season. I've been enjoying that. I like that show quite a bit. I watched for the first time. I watched the most recent RoboCop movie. I think it has Samuel L. Jackson in it, and I forgot the main RoboCop the actor's name, but I enjoyed it.
It's the same guy that played Flag, right? Colonel Flag in Suicide Squad. It's the same
right,
guy?
right, yeah. Colonel Flag. I think yeah, that's him, and he does a good job. It's a he's pretty believable. I still have like I have a lot of nostalgia for the original movie back in the heyday when I saw it as a kid. I saw it as I don't know how old I was at the time, but maybe like preteen age, something like that when I watched it.
Ooh, that's a little young. That's a little young for that RoboCop.
Yeah, I think so, right? Yeah, because when did that movie come out?
It's like in the 80s, man. Like
it was so good.
Yeah,
yeah, but if you was a preteen, you I don't know.
It was very violent. It was very violent.
87. But I don't think I watched it when it first came out, but like years later, because I was born in the 80s, but yeah, I think I was probably preteen, maybe about to turn teen age. But yeah, it's pretty cool. They did some cool things in it. I thought they revamped the outfit a little bit too. Instead of being silver, they made it black, which I thought was pretty slick. And it actually was pretty good story, I thought. And then what else?
I actually liked that. I actually liked that one, man. Like I've seen it.
Did you watch it?
A lot of people were not fans, and I think it was the nostalgia thing. Just I mean, the way they went about doing it, it was pretty. I thought it was pretty good. And like in the trailer, they show Samuel L. Jackson like he's in the movie. He's in the movie a lot. He might have had like 2 scenes.
Right.
Like, yeah, a lot.
Right.
They kind of misinterpreted. They kind of misrepresented like how much he was going to be in it if you watched the trailer for it. But I really did think it was good.
Yeah, me too. I enjoyed it, and as you mentioned, Samuel L. Jackson, like his character, like it's such a if you remember, if you watch it, recent, like his character is very applicable to like this day and age of like news broadcasters and like the hype and like they're talking, they try to like I don't know, I don't get too political.
Very gotcha what he tries to get people with and what he gets them to say.
Right. He's like he's really trying to like it's really opinion based, and he's like, he's trying to like really sway the audience to think a certain way and all that kind of thing, and it's very like I don't know, very dramatic and very like almost like I can't think of the words to describe it, but just in your face kind of thing, where he's really kind of impact the audience and make people kind of rally together to try to fix whatever he thinks the problem is in the world. So that's what I kind of some takeaways from that movie, but I thought it was good overall. And then I watched a animated show on Netflix a while back. It's really off the wall. It's called Farzar, and it's like I want to say it's maybe a combination like I think they even mentioned in the show, but it's kind of like it's kind of like the Rick and Morty and what's the other show with the space? It's like a Simpsons in space kind of thing. Futurama. Thing. Yeah. So if you kind of like combine those two into like maybe one show,
I really want to see this now.
It's so off the wall, and it's really like adult. Like they have all kinds of like situations in there that are like very sexual, very like it was too much for me at first, but then I started watching it more, and I was like, this is actually a pretty funny show. Like it really started making me crack up quite a bit. I think when you first watch it, you'd be like, dang, this is kind of weird. This is like this is very like grotesque and like maybe too much for like the average folk. But I started liking it. I started watching all the episodes, and if they have another season, I'll definitely check it out. But it had some good funny jokes in there. But it's on Netflix, and I definitely recommend it for people who want to see something that's like, make sure the kids aren't in the room. You can't You gotta make sure the door's locked so that they don't jump in there and see some of the crazy stuff that happens, because it gets very it's kind of like, I'm actually kind of surprised some of the stuff is on Netflix. It gets so bad in there. But what else?
So let me ask you this, Levon. So I know
Yeah.
I know you missed a few weeks. Did you finish Mike?
Oh yeah, I finished Mike. I was going to mention that one. Yeah, Mike.
What'd you think?
I enjoyed it. I thought it's good. It's like, it's different. Like, it's like when I very first started watching it, it was a little different from what I expected. And it was a little bit more comedic and a little bit more of like, because actually I didn't know what to expect, really, because I didn't really see any trailers prior to, like, I mean, let me say this. I saw the trailer maybe right before I watched it, for the most part. I didn't really see any like lead up, and like, when they were talking about the show's about to come out, and like, here's a trailer for it, like weeks in advance and all that kind of stuff. I saw the trailer, I was like, okay, so it looks like it's kind of like a documentary, and maybe kind of like Mike Tyson's kind of doing some stuff on stage or whatever. But overall, I think it's good. I mean, it seems like it tells a story. I'm not sure if they're going to do like a season 2. I don't know if they can, or if there's going to be like some more of his life that they're going to talk about or something like that. Or if it's limited.
I think they wrapped it up. I think they wrapped it up, and it was a limited series that I think that's all they're getting out of it. But I think they did a good job for 6 episodes. I think it was, might have been 8.
I think it was 8. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think they did a pretty good smattering of his life, right? Like,
right.
The
highlights.
I've read a few different things about his life, and some of the other things that they reference in there, I think, is from other books and things like that. Like, I think some of it is from some stuff that came from Desiree Washington. I never read any of that, right? The woman that was alleged, he was convicted of raping, because I think she came out with a book at one point too, and I think that's where they got some of the stuff from as well. But even in his own book, The Undisputed Truth, like, he goes into that. Like, he doesn't shy away from it. Like, for all the bad things that he's done, and there's some of the stuff I'm like, Mike, you should have probably kept that out. But it's the undisputed truth, right? So, like, he's like, I'm giving it all to you. Like, he still to this day stands by the fact he was like, I did not do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Down. It's not how it went down. But I don't know. And I'm not saying that to say, oh, we should believe Mike or anything like that, right? The situation is messed up. Don't put yourself in that situation, right? You don't have to worry about it. But
right,
yeah, I thought it was very interesting. I liked the series because, like you were saying, like, you were the first one to watch it of us, and when you were like, yeah, it's a little weird how they present it. They do it because he's like fourth wall breaking too, right? But it's not too much, and it is comedic, and it's usually just a one-liner or so. You know what I mean? It's like it's him in the story saying, I didn't do that. And then they go to him with wall breaking. I did it.
Right.
So,
I actually did.
Yeah. So I thought it was good. And the guy that does play him does a really good job. Mannerisms and everything.
Right.
Like, if you ever watch Mike Tyson in interviews and things like that and things of the past, like, he captured it really good. Really good.
And I like how they threw in some of his like actual quotes from some of his like interviews and like
press conference.
I'll F you until you love me.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, he's going hardcore. He's going all in with the Mike Tyson quotes, and like, man, it was pretty crazy. But I appreciated that. I think it was a good movie overall. Good series overall, limited series. And then So maybe I'll start a couple more. Just for fun, I watched the Orphan movies, the Orphan and Orphan First Kill. I just wanted to see what those were all about. I kept seeing them pop up on my, like, what was it, like Paramount Plus or something like that. And they were okay. They were just like whatever type movies, just like an orphan that gets it's a woman that has like some sort of form of like a dwarfism, or like she looks like a kid, but she's actually like 30 or 40 years old.
See, I saw a movie a long time ago that was that. So they made a TV series out of it or something?
It's just a couple movies. Yeah.
A couple more movies? Okay.
Yeah. So like they made the movie, and then they made like a prequel of that movie.
Oh, okay. So I probably saw the first one. I didn't see the prequel. Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. That's probably what because I think the movie came out a while back, the original. And then the prequel came out like, I don't know, last year or something like that, maybe.
Oh, okay, got you. I gotta watch the prequel now. It was. I thought the movie was crazy. Like,
yeah. It's a crazy movie. It's like, it's just like, it's nothing to like, I don't know, to go crazy about. Like it's not going to change your life, I'd say, or like I don't know. Yeah. It's just like I don't know. I've seen so many like horror type movies or like
Right.
maybe movies that are kind of similar to this premise, or like kids being like kind of devilish or whatever you want to call it, like killing their parents or whatever, killing people that are in the house. They get possessed or something like that. But it's not possession, but she's just crazy.
Right.
But yeah, it's just it's a typical movie. I give it like maybe a C plus or like maybe B
C
minus
plus.
something like that. A B minus something like that. It's nothing like crazy. No award winning performances in that one. And then what else was it? Oh, I was gonna say this random series called Chad and JT Go Deep. It's on Netflix. It's like I'm pretty sure it's a limited series. It's like I think there's just 4 or 5 episodes. But Chad and JT they go around. They're like, it's like these 2 white guys, and they take on this persona. I think it's pretty much them, but they like exaggerate it. But they're kind of like surfer dudes, and they're like from like Southern California, and they're like, oh dude, and like they go around and so for one part, like the beginning of the series, they are on the boardwalk, and they're like, what's the sign they say? It has protect our borders. It says protect our borders, but the sign is actually borders spelled with like a skateboarder, because they're like protect the border because they keep keeping us down and kicking us off the boardwalk. We're trying to skateboard, but then he's like these people that are like anti-immigrant come up there like yeah let me sign some papers, because they're getting like they're trying to get signatures for
like a petition or something.
Yeah, petition like protect our borders. So they have people coming up like anti-immigrant.
But so I'm guessing on the sign is spelled board like BOARD.
Right.
Like
exactly.
That. So the people are looking at it and they want so bad to do something for the borders. They're not even paying attention to what's on the sign.
Right. So is this like a reality based one? Is this like a Jackass?
Yeah, it's a reality based. It's similar to Jackass, but they're not like, I guess they don't really get that crazy. They're not doing zany stuff. Like they just do like maybe social interaction type stuff and interviews with people in the street kind of thing, and like yeah, just things like that, like protect our borders type thing. Which is pretty funny. Like it had me cracking up in some scenes. But they're like surfer dudes, like yeah, and they're talking to some guy that's like yeah, these borders are getting crazy. They're getting crazy at the borders. Whatever. And they're like, yeah, I know, man. It's it's like, what do we have to do to protect our borders? I mean, they keep sending law enforcement and all this kind of stuff and kicking us off the boardwalk, and the guy's like, wait a minute, we talking about the same border? But it's just funny. They go through different things like that. But it's a pretty good series. It's just I want to say it's like 5, 6 episodes, something like that. Little limited series, but that's one that I enjoyed as well. But I guess I'll leave it at that. I played some. Oh, let me say this real quick. For the video games, I dipped a toe into what's it called?
Cyberpunk.
Not Cyberpunk. I did play that too a little bit. I did enjoy that. I played a little bit of just a few of the first stages and stuff like that. But I dipped a toe into Death Stranding on the PC. It's on Game Pass. Gotcha. Game Pass PC. I was really impressed. It's really engaging story. Like I'm gonna go back to it later because I went back to Horizon Forbidden West. I got to finish that. I'm getting close to the end of that. But I took a dip a toe in Death Stranding. Started playing like some of the first parts of the game, and it's like really engaging. Yeah. I'm like, dang, this is some sort of story. Like I'm interested in like how this plays out. You got the little baby, like crazy. Yeah, he's got some stuff going on in his head. It's like it's really out there, like some stuff I've never seen before. I'm like, what's going on here? But it's definitely like sucks you in a little bit.
Right.
And so yeah, that's pretty much been my game. And I've been playing some Halo, been playing some Cyberpunk. I downloaded Deathloop, I think it's for Game Pass.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet, but Yeah. I haven't played it yet, but I downloaded that one. But I'll go ahead and turn it over to you guys because I talk about my stuff all day. I have so much stuff in my list since the last couple of weeks.
All right. So for me, a little bit of Madden. It seems like every time they do an update, it gets worse. It starts reverting back to last year. And it makes it less enjoyable. I'm like, I thought y'all fixed this. Like, how are your patches making it worse and making it go back to what it was last year when it was so hated?
Yeah.
So a little bit of that. What else did I watch? I watched the comedy special. So Joe Coy live at the Forum.
I did watch that too.
You did watch it? It was, that dude's hilarious to me, man. Like,
yeah, he's got some good ones.
He starts talking about some stuff that I'm just like, like I had to rewind it when my wife came down. I was like, look at this. I was like, this is
because he was talking about what you guys were talking about the other day too, like with the is it like the sleep?
So the CPAP
machine, right?
Yeah, machine, yeah. I was just like,
he's like, don't be embarrassed. You gotta, you know.
he was like, it will kill you. You are not. Yeah, like it's hilarious. A hilarious series. Like when he was talking, he actually went into how I thought this was interesting how he's done this was his 4th Netflix special, and the first one they told him they didn't want it. So even before he filmed it, he was like, they didn't want it. He was like, can you let me film it first? Like, so the first one he did, which released in 2017 on Netflix, he funded that himself.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so like so he said 2 days, this is in his comedy thing. He said 2 days before I shot it, Netflix called my agent and my manager and said, we don't want it. He was like, let me give it to you first.
Don't you want to see it?
Yeah, don't you want to see it first? And then he brought it to him. So after he did it, he was like, I went back to him and was like, hey, like here it is. And he said within an hour, they called me back and said, don't shop it around, we want it. And so he had one. So that one released in 2017. Then he had one in 2019, 2021, and then this one, 2022. So he's had like 4 within rapid succession on Netflix. But the dude's hilarious. I followed him even before Netflix because he used to be on Chelsea Handler used to have a show that he would guest star on. Bless you, Ryan. That he would guest star on, and I saw him on that. Bless you, man. Jeez Louise.
Man, I'm tearing me up today. It's tearing me up.
but yeah, I like his comedy. It was pretty good. I started watching this show on Netflix called Mo. So it follows this comedian, Muhammad Amir is his name. And he's got a TV series out that's phenomenally funny. Like I think it's hilarious. But yeah, he's this dude is he's a Palestinian immigrant who's trying to seek asylum. And they've been in the country since the first Gulf War, so like 1991. I think they came over from Kuwait, and they still haven't gotten asylum yet, right? So like even though it's a comedy, I mean, there's still some serious parts on it. I mean, there were some parts made my allergies act up a little bit, you know what I mean? He finds some stuff out about his father, who was dead in the series. But he finds some stuff out that he did not know about his father, who's no longer with him. I was like, man, that's tough. You know what I mean? To find that out. And like the way he found out about it was pretty. What ended up happening, I'll give you a little bit. What ended up happening was they had an immigration lawyer who just hasn't really been doing anything for them. But because she was also Arab, they wanted to have loyalty and stick with her, but she was doing nothing. She had like over 230 clients or something like that, and wasn't really helping them. So like she confused him with a different Muhammad. So like she kept saying something to him that was like, that's not me. I'm not suing them. I'm not that Muhammad. You know what I mean? Which is kind of funny, but it's serious in that she wasn't really doing anything for him. So he went to a different lawyer who was really on top of it. Like she was doing what she needed to do. And she just inadvertently mentioned something that he was like, wait, what was that? And she was like, I'm so sorry that you didn't know. And his mom had actually signed a statement acknowledging what was on there. And he's kind of like, it's crazy because his life's falling apart. So because he's illegal, he got fired from his first job, which the boss knew he wasn't legal. He didn't have legal status, and he was seeking asylum, and there was a process going through. But one of his other stores got raided, and he was like, nah, man, I don't want that heat. Like if they come in again, shut all my stores down. You know what I mean? So but now he's in Houston, right? So like the soundtrack is off the charts, man. The soundtrack is awesome. Like I'm not a big like down south music listener or anything like that, but you'll hear UGK, Paul Wall, Drake on there. Oh no, it wasn't Drake. It was somebody else. But I was just like, man, I was like, the soundtrack is banging. I'm listening to it like that. Yeah. Do I turn up or do I turn out? What do I?
Right. What up with my hands? I got
But no, it's a good series. I'm only like 3 episodes in, but it's a good series. I saw a trailer, and it might even be in my queued up in my shows to watch, but I saw the little quick clip that Netflix gives you for his comedy special, and I was like, man, I gotta watch this. You know what I mean? But Muhammad Amir is his name. So yeah, watch that. Still watching a little bit of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia every so often. This is probably like my 4th time watching that show. It's so hilarious to me. one of the guys that one of the guys at work, I got him watching it now, and he's like, man, he's like, that's kind of it. Oh, She-Hulk. I did watch She-Hulk. Yeah, we talked about that already. I hope this is not a lot of what we get now. Yeah, I don't know.
You want more?
Yeah, I do. I know they got a series Andor that came out, but I'm not.
Watched the first episode.
Did you like it?
I did.
Really?
So I don't know if that's a good gauge for you. But I watched the first because it's more of what I want. It's more of a Rogue One type. Like there's no dudes shoot lightning out their hands and lightsabers and all that stuff. Like it's more grounded, if you can say that, right?
Okay. I just know Obi-Wan kind of jilted me to even going anywhere with Star Wars anymore. I'm like, man, I'm not.
You like Obi-Wan though?
I did not. That's why I say that's
okay.
That's why I say any more Star Wars.
But yeah, this is definitely more like. I think this is it's before Rogue One. It is. So like it's
Andor is in Rogue One.
Yes,
the guy Andor is in Rogue One. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it's very much more grounded. So this is the side of Star Wars that I like. But again, I'm spoiled because I started Star Wars in 2022.
Right.
So I'm not somebody like, I'm not the purist, right? I was like, when did this one take place? Okay, I can watch it because it's not, you know what I mean? I still have, I'm on episode 5. So this happens before it, so I can watch it.
Right.
You're going in order of not release, but in order of how they
timeline. Yeah.
Timeline order. That's what you're doing. Yeah.
So I'm all wrong. I already know people out there. I'm being spoiled. So but I think you like it. I think if you like Rogue One, you like Andor.
I do like Rogue One. I think Rogue One might have been the best one that they released. Like, I know that's blasphemous, right? Because people will say
right. So like someone just threw their phone against the wall.
Possible. It's possible. Rogue One was good. So I don't know. Maybe I will give it a chance because they released 3 at once, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. I couldn't get through all 3 of them though. I was packing. So I watched the first one. I was like, oh, this is really good. But I was like, I gotta go do something else. Because it was holding my attention, right? I'm supposed to be packing my house up. And I was just like
getting
glued.
Distracted.
I was glued to it. Yeah.
But that's pretty much it for me. I didn't take in too much this week. So watch my football games. I'm always watching my NFL. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. What about you, Ryan?
Yeah. So what time is the game? See the Bills. Got my Bills on. What time is the game?
The Bills doing things. I was out in Buffalo the other day too. People were going hype because they were coming in town. All the rentals were sold out. All the car rentals and hotels were booking up.
Yeah, man. The Bills Mafia, man. They take over.
Yeah. Right.
They take over.
All the tables are rented out for them to crash through. You know,
right. We have no tables. It's a table shortage.
It's a table shortage.
Yeah. They said that. Yeah. They said like we took over the Titans Stadium. So it was so many Bills fans. Like even Titans fans were hyped because of the energy, right?
Right. Hype from the Bills fan. Yeah.
Right. Like Bills are doing their thing, but we're about to play the Ravens, right? Am I off? Am I off by a game?
I think you're off by a game this week.
Oh, so it's the Dolphins. We're playing the Dolphins. Never mind. So there's no trash talking.
Who are we playing this week? I don't think it's till next week.
Yes, next week. So yeah, Dolphins this week, which the Dolphins seem to be a pretty solid team this season.
They came back on us.
I want them annihilated. All right.
Yeah, we're playing the Patriots this week. That's right. We're going to Foxborough to play the Patriots.
Oh, okay.
And then y'all come to us. Y'all gotta come to our house though, and they're gonna be as easy coming to us. I'm just letting you. Although the Dolphins did beat us at home, so I can't say
that. Yeah, they seem to be solid this year, but I'm not terribly worried, right? Like Jets, Giants, Dolphins, meh. I don't even know if we're playing the Giants this season. I know we played the Jets twice, Dolphins twice.
I'll say if
we're playing the Giants.
If you're playing the Giants, don't sleep on them. I think they're undefeated so far.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Then obviously the Patriots. They have a great QB, upcoming QB, but like they're still in the rebuilding phase. So I love those games. It's where the Patriots beat us down for seasons, years upon years. Yeah, we'll see. I'm talking so much trash, and then I'll be getting by the Dolphins tonight. And I'm like, oh.
Y'all do not play the Giants this year.
No, not this year. Okay.
Yeah, y'all don't play the NFC East. It looks like.
But it's all good. But yeah, so I'm excited about that. But what have I been watching? So I started Andor. I watched the first episode. I really like it. But this is again, like I said, this is the side of Star Wars that I actually enjoy. We already talked about the Woman King, which I really did enjoy, and I liked how they not only did they tell a story more grounded and rooted into an actual like tribe, and this is how like it's based upon kind of a bunch of different tribes, and how one of them had like woman warriors and what have you. But I like how they addressed the slave trade from the African side. Like that's usually not talked about. So like when on Twitter, I saw a lot of like, because Twitter is full of interesting opinions. Yeah, a lot of people were saying we should boycott because they make us look bad in the slave trade portion. I was like, well, I mean, we had a piece of it, right? Like they didn't know. Yeah, they didn't know what they didn't know, right? They didn't know because they traded amongst themselves, and then when they were given to the Europeans, they didn't know what was the going to happen, basically. But they address it. They talk about it. They're like, yeah, we trade. The one tribe was like, we don't trade our own people. It's like, yeah, no, we capture other tribes and we trade them for guns and for European tech of the time or what have you, for money, right? Because they pivoted they injected themselves in order to gain the labor, but also they were causing the factions to war even harder by disrupting their economies. So I think it's a really good movie. So I say that to say, don't boycott this movie. Go watch it.
Right,
it's great. It was a really good movie. I think Viola Davis will probably. I know she'll be nominated, but I think she might actually win. That's how good the movie was.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised for sure.
I'll definitely say go check it out. What else? Andor, Woman King. There's a bunch of series I got to start. So I got to start that show that you just talked about, because that sounds like it's right up my alley. Obviously, I'm keeping up Rick and Morty. So like the show is hilarious. And this season's off the chain. And then I got to start Jeffrey Dahmer, because all my coworkers have seen the series. They say it is amazing. Say super dark, super dark. They held no punches. You definitely got to check it out. So I was like, okay, I'll start today.
So the coworker I put on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia said the same thing to me. He's like, you got to watch this.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
man. I didn't even hear about it. So like when he told me to watch it, I cut on Netflix and it was like #1. I was like, oh man, everybody's on it. It's the dude who played Quicksilver, right? And the X-Men movie. He's the lead.
Okay.
Yeah. So they say he did his thing. It's to the point where he had to be at the end of it, they were making sure he was okay. Like he wasn't going to, fall into character. Because a lot of those people get like kind of, messed up from not necessarily method acting, but playing really dark stuff can cause you to have issues, is what they say. So they said that they just made sure he's okay because you did your thing.
Right.
You were you're not him.
That's why I thought you were gonna say was he was a method actor, and I was like, okay.
No, he said he wasn't, but he said he did such a good job. Like they were like, hey, let's go on a vacation.
Who am I speaking to right now? That's what they say when they walk up on them real slow. Like, who am I speaking to right now? Like,
right.
So I'm definitely interested in that one. So I'll probably start it tonight, and then I know I watched one more thing. It's not coming to my mind, but I played glow golf last night. So I was out there on the golf course in the dark. It's amazingly fun. The balls light up. They have markers at the tees, but if you know the course, you are in pitch blackness, and it's just people on carts whizzing past each other. We almost got hit by a palm. We got palm trees out here. One of them was not. It was like low hanging. Next thing it was just right. It came right at us. Like, oh,
like, whoa, look out.
Yeah, but now my allergies are acting up, so I've been sneezing and sniffling over here. But it was a good time. I would definitely do it again at a golf course that I know, right? Like, because like we played with one of the instructors was on our team, so he knew the course. He was like, okay, there's sand over there, there's water over there. It's just dark. What are you seeing? Like he's like the daredevil of the golf course. And sure enough, hitting one, he was like, don't hit left, hit right. Because he was like the fairway is misleading because they have really bright glow sticks on the fairway or whatever. Sure enough, bloop, right in the water. He was like, I told you it's water over there. Couldn't see it. But yeah, that was fun. Did watch a bunch of anime. So finished Edge Runners. Amazing.
Oh yeah, I did watch that.
I wish
about that one.
Yeah, I wish the game was more like it. I just can't get into the game. I want to get in the game so bad because I like all the stuff around the game. I just don't like the game itself. Yeah, so I finished Edge Runners. Really, really good anime. I am watching Classroom of the Elite. I think I talked about that a while back. Another good anime is coming to the end of the second season. I think I got an episode left. And then there's Licorice Recoil. It's another anime. It's the one with the assassin girls in it. That one's getting super dark. So definitely enjoying that one. And then I downloaded Deathloop. I played just a tiny bit of it. Like I maybe played for like 30 minutes. Definitely enjoyed it. But I started getting into it and I was like, I can see this one. I'm actually going to play this one, but they're taking my stuff tomorrow. So I'm like, I don't want to get too much into it. And have to relearn all these systems again and all the mechanics. So I played just a tiny bit of that. I downloaded Yakuza 0 just for me not to be able to play it.
Right.
So I have Yakuza 0.
Start from the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's like, I know it's not in the proper order. Like 0 came out after a bunch of other ones, but timeline wise, right?
Yeah.
0 and then Kiwami, is that the next one? Okay.
Yakuza Kiwami. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll play those when I get home.
Yeah.
And
I went online.
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say real quick that I went online and saw people's recommendation on how to play the games, and they say like just go ahead and play 0 because it kind of over to the kind of sets the stage for the rest of the story, as opposed to trying to go back and like, oh yeah, that's why that was. That's kind of like some of the background story behind this character.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So that leads me to I'm gonna keep the Xbox and ship it myself. So that way it meets me at home. Because my stuff won't get is projected not to get home until Christmas. So
wow.
Yeah. It's gotta get on some boats and some other things before it gets there, apparently. So it should get there before then, but that's the latest projection. Is like we'll get it to you by December 27th. I was like, oop, Xbox is not going in shipment. That's the official line.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ship it home, insure it, and ship it to the house myself. So that way when I get home, I can start playing these games. And then because Shannon's like, why does it take so long? I don't know, but I don't know. So I'm hoping their projection is just like this is the worst case scenario type situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even then, they used to be like 30 days though, not 60. Man, like
it took 4 months for it to get out here, but that was during COVID. But they were like, it still takes 90 to get it back after COVID. So I was like, all right, hopefully it gets there early. But what was I about to say? So yes, I'm gonna ship that back with me so I can play it when I get home. And I'm gonna jump on the Switch. So that's all I'm gonna have. I'm gonna have my laptop. I'm gonna have my Switch for the remainder of my time here. So I'm gonna start playing Moonlighter on my Switch. That's the one where it's the dungeon crawler, where by day you sell the stuff that at night you go get out the dungeons. So it's kind of like an RPG that deals with combat in the dungeons, and then when you get out, you have to barter your stuff. Right, you have a storefront where you sell the things that you got out of the dungeon. So I started it when I first got here. That was my game before my stuff arrived. I remember how none of the mechanics work. I just got to start it over.
Right.
That and Pokemon. So I have Pokemon Arceus, I want to say, or whatever it is. Like it's one of the new ones. I kind of got into it because it was cool because you actually can see the Pokemans out in the fields of grass doing their thing, and they can attack you. So I was like, okay, I like that. It's different. It's not just random encounters. But I fell off. So gotta
get back into it. I
gotta start that one back up. Yeah. So those will be my two games until I leave. I got some other smaller stuff like Sayonara Wild Hearts and a few other indies on the Switch, like because they had a sale before I came here. So I bought a bunch of non-Nintendo games because Nintendo games don't go on sale. So I'll be playing those and just getting a different experience. Like I missed the Switch. I stopped playing it because of the Xbox, but now I get a reason to jump back into it. So I'll definitely do that.
You see the trailer for the new Batwa Breath of the Wild? That's not Breath of the Wild anymore.
Yeah, so was it Tears of the Kingdom?
Yeah,
is the subtitle on this one.
Yeah.
Batwa.
That's what me and my friends used to call it that.
Batwa.
What's that? What's a Batwa?
That's Zelda.
That's Zelda. You don't know about that Batwa?
Well, yeah, that's May. I'm excited about that one too. So that comes out around my birthday. So I'll try to make that my birthday gift.
Right.
And jump on that. But yes, a lot of games coming out, man. Like Personas is coming to the Switch finally. So I finally have an excuse to play that because it's more of a game I'd rather play, while I'm traveling or when I'm in the bed. So that'd be fun. But before I get off here, shout out to Mike Ware. Mike Ware dropped some comments on not the last rundown, on the one before that one where we're talking about female protagonists in movies and how the internet explodes every time one of these like Prey or the last Halloween or the Terminator, when it hits a female lead, everybody loses their mind. Like so his comments are pretty funny too. He pretty much sides with us, right? Like people are ridiculous. But he also he really enjoyed that Triple R. And he put us on to another one. But I can't get the comment to pop up. But if you look at the comment to the episode, he's like, if you like Triple R, then you're gonna like this one too. So I'm like, because Triple R completely took me by surprise. I did not expect to like that movie as much, and it was super long.
Yeah,
but, and entertaining the whole way through.
Yeah, I liked it.
So definitely jump on that one.
But
I definitely wanted to give him a shout out because he's always leaving comments. He's always sharing our content on the other platforms. So be like Mike. share our content and with other people and leave us comments because it definitely it's good to have feedback, even if it's not constructive. Like still leave us feedback, right? Every now and then somebody will troll on there. But for the most part, when people leave comments, they're actually like meaningful. So we definitely appreciate those. But that's pretty much it for me. Like just getting ready for the transition and about to get in these games. Can't wait. Haven't been able to just sit down and play a game in a long time.
Yeah, not gonna know what to do with yourself after a while.
I'm not just feel guilty because I'm playing something.
Right.
I should be studying something.
Yeah,
So
no, it's
definitely
good. It's good to
excited for
take some
that.
time off. Yeah, chill out for a little bit.
Yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to this nap too. I'm about to take this allergy medicine and go straight to sleep. So I'm gonna do and then wake up and watch Jeffrey Dahmer. That's the plan for the day. Yes, sir. But that pretty much wraps up for this episode. Definitely continue to tune in. Again, Monday and Tuesday are topics. Wednesday is our discussion. I'm going to try to get somebody on Ask Us SP before I leave here. And then definitely when I get back home, because I'll be more in line with the time zones, right? So we'll figure it out when we get there. But then the Friday is this, right? So if you like listen to us talk about games, movies, books, and all that stuff, then definitely tune into this episode. So hit up all of our websites that go by our name. You can hit me up personally. I'm at RyRy Security Guy. That's RYRY Security Guy. I'm on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Clubhouse. And you, Levon?
Yes, sir. You can hit me up on the Twitters at Levon Maynard.
There it is. Stay safe. Stay secure.
Take care.